Great, fantastic. And again, we don't know the audience that are here with us, but for sure we have, well, city officers and we have tech companies, but at the end of the day, we ask ourselves, I mean, the question of our panel, right? How technology is really helping us to solve our urban problems. We understand that, again, smart city is not just technology. We understand that probably we are doing our best to make our cities different, but what is pushing this change is mindset, is the change of the society, is society that is evolving for a smarter society rather than us trying to we are just respond to these. So our second round, I would like to discuss about real technology. In your opinion, what are kind of cases, examples that you can bring us that you see really technology in a very high level changing and solving urban problems? Because most part of our problems are in the concept, right? I mean, we are not going to solve problems of traffic, for example, mobility, just with electric cars. Electric cars are okay, but then if you have a traffic jam with electric cars or non-electric cars, we still have a traffic jam. So we need really to, the matrix has changed. We need to evolve also in the way we solve the problem. So yeah, your perspective, Angus, please.
I think where you're going with that is that, you know, whether it's for an individual, a citizen, or whether it's for a business, it's very much focused now on the outcomes. It's focused on the experiences. And that's where I think all of us as technology companies have pivoted to, where the CIOs and the C-suite are pivoting to, is how is technology enabling those outcomes. There is a multitude of emerging technologies out there. You can go down to any of the stands and locations and see it's a multi-cloud world enabling a modern infrastructure. It's 5G mobile technology unlocking. We talked here on the stage yesterday a lot about that. It's also about cyber and cybersecurity. It's absolutely about IoT. And most certainly in the case of digital cities, it's also about data analytics and AI and analyzing the data and driving those insights, whether they're for business outcomes or whether for changing experiences for citizens. And these, along with others like digital twins, there was a good discussion here. I think you might have discussed digital twins yesterday when you were on stage, Joseph. You know, that's also a new way of replicating in the digital way a product, a car, an airplane, and being able to work with it in that way to innovate and develop. Examples from my perspective, if I stand back and think about it, it's a lot of work we're doing with safe cities and sustainable cities. Both here in Saudi, some of those are new cities, some of those are current cities that need to evolve, and different challenges for different cities at different points of evolution and growth. And in there, you're looking at elements from traffic management. You mentioned the cars. It's not just that they be electric, so it's a greener city, but it's also, and that city uses more renewable energies, but it's also that it's management of the traffic, it's the elements around security, it's around the sustainability of those cities, and all of the other elements and services around that city. I was with the Aviation Authority this morning with His Excellency, and we were talking about the airports here in each of the cities and how you look at throughput through the airport, how you use AI and data analytics to enhance the experience from a user of that particular service or area. So that's absolutely key. Healthcare is another fantastic example of where we've seen over the last 2 years. Education would be another one of where you've seen a transformation in the experiences and the services that are being delivered through technology. Telemedicine, healthcare is absolutely critical, and working with hospitals both here, across the region and globally, it's also about how do you change that experience and outcome from the patient? How do you narrow the time from the patient coming with symptoms to detecting it to application of medicine? So driving business outcomes that say, well, can we narrow that time frame by 40%? In a hospital environment, can we have 30% more patients through the infrastructure we have in place, using data, using analytics? And can we have a third of the patients diagnosed away from the hospital network using the technology? So it's absolutely a multi-year journey, to your point, but I would emphasize finally a couple of points. It's business outcome led. You need to understand the outcomes you want to achieve for the citizens and for the business. You need to start with one element. If you try to digitalize a city and do all elements together, you need to pick areas, scale that out, ensure that the technology is a modern infrastructure in which you can build the applications and the requirements that are there. And cybersecurity must be at every single aspect of the technology and the deployment that you do. But multi-year journey.